Welcome to the Staples Center in Los Angeles, where the Western Conference Finals returns, all tied at 2 games apiece. Kobe Bryant and the Lakers had a chance to grab control of the series after handing Denver a painful Game 3 loss. But Game 4, evidence again, these are not your normal Nuggets. Pounding the Lakers with emotion and confidence. Dominating, even with their star player out of sorts. Now this contentious physical series comes down to a best of 3. Which way will the series tilt tonight? Lakers-Nuggets, Game 5 next.
One of the most remarkable comebacks.
Fires a off-balance 3. Bang! It's good!
Can you believe it?
Oh, my God!
Looking for the steal.
Magic scattered. Lakers win it, ladies and gentlemen.
There's the 3 for the game. Stockton hits the 3.
Oh, my goodness gracious!
It's over. They won the West. Unbelievable.
This is going to be an intense game. The series has been a very intense series, but I think tonight you're going to see it's even going to be more intense. How you stand up, how we fight through that, and get into the third and fourth quarters of the game. Just keep staying together and fighting together. Your intensity in Game 4, I think everyone in this room knows that if we match that, we will be in a good place. You know, we've talked all year long about playing the right way and playing with defense. Tonight, put it on the floor. Put everything on the floor, because Game 6 will take care of itself if we get...
Home of the Lakers will be packed tonight. So far, Lakers and Nuggets have alternated wins. As this series tied at 2 games apiece, while in the East, Orlando now with a 3-1 lead over Cleveland after last night's thriller. What a conference finals it's been, both in the East and the West. Let's get set now for Game 5. Tonight's starting lineups presented by the United States Postal Service. Here's Lakers public address announcer, the one and only Lawrence Tanner.
The other 4, number 469, ninth campaign from Cincinnati, Kenyon Martin. At center, number 31, 6'11", 7th season out of Brazil, Nene. At one guard, number 30, 6'6", 6th season from Duke, Dante Jones. And the other guard, number 7, 6'3", 12th campaign from Colorado, Chauncey Billups. The head coach of the Nuggets, George Karl. Time to greet the home team, celebrating their 49th year in Southern California, 61st year in the NBA, the franchise with 14 NBA titles, the most wins in NBA history, your Los Angeles Lakers. And one forward, number 3, 6'8", his 5th year from UCLA, Trevor Ariza. The other forward, number 16, 7 feet, 8th campaign out of Spain, Pau Gasol. Starting at center, number 17, 7 feet, fourth year from St. Joseph's High School, Andrew Bynum. At one guard, number 2, 6'1", 13th season from Arkansas, Little Rock, Derek Fisher. And the other guard is number 24, 6'6", 13th campaign from Laura Marion High School, Kobe Bryant. The head coach in his 18th season, Hall of Famer Phil Jackson.
It's been a terrific series thus far. The first 3 games went right down to the final seconds. Fourth one was a blowout. Let's see what happens tonight in Game 5 here are the Western Conference Finals. Good evening, everyone. Along with Mark Jackson and Jeff Van Gundy, Mike Breen on hand. Doris Burke will join us shortly. What's been fun about the series is the way each team has responded to some difficult losses. And the Lakers have done that throughout the postseason, Jeff. They've had a couple of rough games, but they always bounce back well. To do that tonight, they're going to need some help from some surprisingly struggling veterans. Now, Kobe Bryant's averaging almost 37 a game, but Lamar Odom and Derek Fisher have to pick up their play.
Well, the Lakers' offense will always be Kobe-centric, and rightfully so. But as Phil Jackson once said in Chicago, men win championships. And so the men of the Lakers, the ones with experience, Lamar Odom and Derek Fisher, have to play better. They have to shoot better, and Lamar Odom has to bring out his well-rounded game. He can attack off the dribble. He can rebound the ball. These two men that have such experience have to come through tonight.
Meanwhile, Denver comes in with an awful lot of confidence. They played really well in the Game 1 loss and then won Game 2 here at Staples Center. And ironically, their best player, Carmelo Anthony, he played better here in L.A. than he did in Denver, Mark.
And that's the Carmelo Anthony that the Denver Nuggets are going to need tonight. He's a guy that's played Kobe Bryant basically to a standstill in this building. He's a guy that also has to be aggressive from the opening tip. Look to make plays not only for yourself, but also for your teammates. But the wild card, no question about it, is J.R. Smith. If Smitty shows up, takes over the game on the offensive end, has an impact off the bench the way that he did in Game 4, that will literally give the Denver Nuggets a spectacular chance.
And again, from game to game, you don't know who's going to step up. There's been some surprises here in this series as Chauncey Billups and the Nuggets feeling very confident coming back. And again, those first 2 games here at the Staples Center, they played so well. Overall on the road, they're 3-3 in the postseason. Meanwhile, Kobe Bryant and the Lakers 7-2 at home during the playoffs. The 2 losses, Game 1 to Houston and Game 2 to Denver. They're the 2 buddies, Anthony and Bryant, who bonded so well while playing for Team USA, but that hasn't stopped them from going at each other throughout this series. Carmelo Anthony can't wait to get going once again after a couple of subpar games back in Denver. The officiating crew on hand for tonight: Ronnie Garrettson, Monty McCutcheon, and Tom Washington as we get set to go in a building where the Lakers have been so tough all season. A season where they won the West by 11 games. Some thought it would be an easy march to the finals. It's been anything but. Utah in 5 games. Houston going the distance 7. There's certainly a good chance this one could go the distance as the Lakers win the opening tip. And in Game 4 in Denver, the Nuggets came out with a vengeance. They were attacking right from the opening tip. Lakers vow to say that's going to be their mindset, Mark Jackson, here tonight.
Well, and if that Lakers team shows up, then they have a good chance, because that's the best team in basketball when they show up.
Kobe Bryant said they whooped us. They whooped us on the glass. They whooped us on the ball. As Billups knocks it down, said they played harder and they played better. And the Lakers want to come out and try and change that here tonight as first points of the game go to Denver. And here's Andrew Bynum. Showed some good life in Game 4. Aggressive that time. Lost the handle a bit and misses his first shot. Billups. Nice pass inside. Dante Jones, and Bynum with a hard foul, and Jones will go to the line.
And here's what you love about Chauncey Billups. He understands the pressure is on his team to take care of business. So with that mindset, he starts the ball game, takes the pressure, opening shot, and then pushes the ball looking to make plays. That's leadership.
Dante Jones hearing the boos, certainly partly because of what happened in Game 4 when he tripped Kobe Bryant, a play that was not called a foul. The officials missed it, but since then, it's been upgraded to a flagrant 1. Jones continues to maintain that it was not on purpose, but it certainly looked like he pushed him or tripped him.
And to me, every player in this league and every coach knows the difference between hard play and dirty play. And that was dirty play. To me, Dante Jones deserved to be suspended for that.
Did not get suspended, and the Nuggets happy of that as we have a foul off the ball. Nene called for it on his ball. Now, this is the play that in Game 3, the push that Dante Jones got a flagrant one on. That's Game 3. And then in Game 4, watch the trip here. Ariza able to knock it in. And he got flagrants for 2. He also had a flagrant earlier in the playoffs, so he has 3 flagrant points. He's 1 flagrant point away from an automatic suspension.
I have a suggestion for the league to decide whether a guy would get suspended or not as Chauncey Billups attacks the paint area again. If it would start a fight in the playgrounds, then the guy should be suspended. Those 2 plays would certainly start a fight in the playground.
And I think one other thing they should consider is, with the technical points and the flagrant foul points, it should be cleansed at the start of every series. So if you get 2 flagrants in a series, you should be suspended. But then it goes to the next series, then there shouldn't be any carryover. Because the only teams penalized with these point, technical, and flagrant are the teams that advance further in the playoffs.
Bynum misses down the other end. Nuggets off to a quick start, leading 6-2. Lakers 1 of 4 from the field, and Martin slams it down. Boy, Martin, Nene, Chris Anderson, the front court for Denver was fabulous. All of them fabulous in Game 4.
But once again, you see the Denver Nuggets getting quality looks on the offensive end. And I'd much rather see the Lakers post up Pau Gasol to start the ball game than Andrew Bynum. This is not a time to try to get somebody going.
Bynum comes out to set the screen on Fisher. We saw the numbers of Fisher at the top. He's been struggling, knocks it down. Billups comes up to set it up already with 5 points for Chauncey Billups. Ariza on Anthony. Anthony, 2 terrific games here in LA in games 1 and 2. Martin left wide open and knocks it down. They're 4 for 4 from the field.
But that's a shot we talked about. I don't think Phil Jackson or the Lakers mind Kenyon Martin taking that shot and making it. If he's going to make those, then you live with the result.
What was so impressive about the Game 4 victory was that everybody had a hand in it. 7 players in double figures, and they won big despite Carmelo Anthony being subpar for the 2nd straight game. Bryant's shot is good. That's a 2-pointer.
I like the way that the Nuggets have come out defensively. Extending, looking to deny, contesting shots. They have a mindset like they want to win this ball game.
Billups on the drive. Jones has Fisher on him. Jones has looked for a shot more in the past couple of games, certainly in Denver. That one way off the mark, and Bynum the rebound. A collision after the shot. Tom Washington says let him play. And a reach-in foul call there on Chauncey Billups. In Denver down 2-1 in our home floor the other night. And they got a little bit of production from almost everyone that played. Even Anthony Carter in his limited minutes helped off the bench.
Hey, let's face it, their bench has totally dominated the Laker bench.
And the cues you guys kept talking about was rebounding. Jones pokes it away from Bryant. Dante Jones goes in and misses the layup. Jones, a second effort, foul by Ariza.
See, but this is what drives me crazy about players. They expect him to make it. Not one other guy besides Kobe Bryant crossed half court. So Dante Jones, great play defensively. Goes in, Kobe Bryant contests it. Where is everybody else? It's inexcusable that he could get his own rebound and put it back up and get fouled.
Trevor Ariza got there late. And Bryant going for the block, his momentum carried into the baseline, so he didn't recover in time.
You have to play this like he's going to miss. This is not full effort by either team.
And Jones knocks down the free throws. Jones has already taken 4 free throws here in the opening couple of minutes. He's taken 10 free throws all series. Denver the early lead. Bryant for 3. Anthony the rebound. Anthony on the drive. On the pull-up. Gasol the rebound. Lakers a different team at home during the playoffs. So much better offensively. Nice move. Ariza can't finish. And Nene the rebound. Lakers are averaging almost 15 points per game more at home than on the road in this series as the foul goes against Kobe Bryant. And there you see actually seeing the entire playoffs. Over 10 points. The series, in this particular series, it's 15. Anthony looking to post up Ariza. Goes to help defense. Anthony gets away, can't get it. Bryant the rebound.
That's a good job by Pau Gasol coming over and using his size.
Carmelo Anthony's missed his first 2 shots. Since the first quarter of Game 3, he has really struggled from the field. Ball knocked out of bounds. And still Laker ball, 11 on the clock. Phil Jackson sees something he wants to talk to his team about and calls timeout. 7:12 left here in the first. Denver off to a good start on the road.
Welcome back to Los Angeles with Denver leading by 5. Well, it seems throughout the course of this postseason, every time the Lakers lose, their losses are magnified. What was a bit unusual after the Game 4 loss in Denver was who was doing the talking. 2 guys who don't normally have much to say from Pau Gasol. I wish we would take more advantage of our height and inside game because it's pretty effective. It's unfortunate that we don't recognize it more. And another guy who doesn't often talk, Lamar Odom. Sometimes I think we're taking shots too early. I think the inside game is something we should focus on because it helps our balance. Now, Phil Jackson's response to his post players, essentially, listen, we have an offense predicated on post-entry passes. If you have a problem with where the ball is going, speak to the guards. And, Jeff, I know you guys have talked about needing better point guard play from the Lakers.
Well, I agree with Pau Gasol. I'm not sure. Good pass by Bryant off a well-executed baseline out-of-bounds play. To me, the one big guy that has earned the right to talk about getting the ball more is Pau Gasol. That's it. Andrew Bynum being upset or Odom, play well, do your role, get the ball to Gasol in the post.
Gasol's only averaging 10 shots a game as Dante Jones puts it up. That won't go. He's shooting 62% from the field. Phil Jackson says he wants to get him at least 15 shots a game as he sets a hard screen. Bryant to the basket and got bumped by Kenyon Martin, so he'll make his first trip of the night to the line.
And it's a great point to make right here. If you want to talk about what Magic Johnson said, that this team was very soft, the way to correct that is by setting the screens in the backcourt that Pau Gasol just made on Dante Jones. That's the way you make a statement without even talking. Get off of my man and give him room. This is playoff basketball. You're too close. You're making him work. Hit him. Send a message not only to Dante Jones, but to everybody else on the floor.
Bryant hits the first, and as we said, the Lakers have responded every time they've lost on the road. Remember in the Utah series, they came back after playing games 3 and 4 on the road and played a very strong game 5 to wrap up the series. In the Houston series, after playing games 3 and 4 on the road, they came back and won by 40. And after losing game 6 of that series, they put in their best defensive performance in game 7. So they've always come back home and played extremely well.
But I'm sure Coach would agree that's a dangerous place to be. When you say, okay, we can turn it on and take care of business when we want to. Well, game 4 was just as important as game 5. You have to have the same mindset.
Offensive foul on a moving screen. It's on Carmelo Anthony. Anthony's actually committed more fouls than anybody in the series.
But I agree with Mark, because as the talent level that you're playing against goes up, your margin of error is much less. And in this case, the margin of error to me is very, very low.
Bynum trying to get position on Nene. Nice up and under, and the finish. Great footwork from Andrew Bynum.
And that's how you demand the basketball. That's how you deserve another touch, and the guards have a mindset to get it to you.
Anthony lost control, deflected by Fisher. Bynum did have 14 points in game 4, his best performance of this series. And a 3-second violation called on Nene.
You talk about a big-time post move. Well, Andrew Bynum to catch, patience, and then sells it. This is Clinic post move. That's a grown man move by Andrew Bynum. Big time post play.
And Bynum playing with a lot of energy to begin the game like he did in Game 4. At this stage, the team's close in talent. Who wins the energy game? So important, Jeff.
Well, no doubt. And Denver dominated that game as Fisher knocks it in. Denver dominated the board work in Game 4. To me, when the ball's in the air, that's when many of these playoff games are decided.
George Karl calls timeout. An 8-0 run by the Lakers. Looking to attack at both ends, certainly more than they did to start Game 4.
Well, good dribble handoff out of the triangle. Fisher gets some separation. He rises up and knocks it in. Lakers up 3.
Mark, thanks. Lakers lead by 3. Kobe Bryant will leave no stone unturned, whether it's scoring, defending, passing, or even coaching.
You talk about a job being done, a sense of urgency as a big-time player. Your job is to be the coach on the floor. Kobe Bryant says enough is enough. I'm going to be a spark plug for my crew. Gets the big guys going, coaching in the huddle.
That happened right when the timeout occurs. Players go in, usually talk, and then the coach is outside, and then they'll come in and give their strategy.
You know what I would have said if I was Phil Jackson that right there? What he said. Hey, seriously, sometimes it's that simple.
And as you always say, sometimes the players need to hear the other voice, not just the coach all the time.
No doubt. They respond much better to different voices.
Anthony, a contested shot. Nene with a nice tip in. Nene played his best game of the series and one of the best of the playoffs for him in Game 4. Had that double-double, 14 points, 13 rebounds, and had 6 assists. Under 5 to play here in the first. Ariza, nice fake. Ariza to the basket. Flips up a bad shot. Gasol right there, though.
I actually feel like that was a pass from Ariza initially, recognizing that Powell was slashing to the hoop. Good hands by Powell adjusting.
You really think it was a pass?
Well, recognizing from this angle, he saw the help coming. It's just a good read.
Well, they credit him in the stat sheet, Mark, with an assist as Anthony banks it in on a foul. See, it takes an assist guy to know a real, true assist.
Now, that's called a payoff right there. That was no pass. That was a shot. But right here, here's a shot. Now, people underestimate Carmelo Anthony's strength. The ability to take the hit by Bynum, adjust, contort, and finish. This is when he's at his best, when he's attacking the feet of the Los Angeles Lakers.
And the foul is on Bynum. So Bynum has 2, and he's going to have to come out. Lamar Odom set to check back in. Free throw missed. Ariza the rebound.
And here we go again with missed free throws for one team or the other. These are points you have to take advantage of on the road in particular.
Nuggets have already missed 3. Fisher a jump shot. That's good. Fisher, who has struggled all series, just 29% from the field. Knocking that one down. He's 3 for 4.
A whole pro once said, shoot is shoot. If you're Derek Fisher, continue to play your game. That's a tough shot, but a welcome sight for Phil Jackson and the Lakers.
LA by 3. Pass inside. Nene. Nice interior passing. Martin throws the dunk, but it was contested. Shot clock did reset. Phillips for 3. That's good.
But good recognition by Denver as they overloaded the defense to take away the offensive wing isolation by Anthony. They got another dunk attempt.
Denver's hit their first 2 from downtown. Ariza tied up. Good ball denial from J.R. Smith. Ariza gets back the pass. That time, certainly a shot, and he lays it in.
That's why you post up Pau Gasol. His presence is not about him scoring. The defense they have to make an adjustment, and he's an outstanding passer.
Anthony on the drive. And a whistle away from the ball. Defensive 3 seconds, so a technical foul.
You're talking about a skilled big man that the defense, they have to respond when he catches the basketball. Good job of Trevor Ariza slashing off the post pass, getting into the seams, and then finishing.
And Phillips will go to the free throw line. Phillips was saying the other day, this is a technical foul. And the defensive 3 seconds. He's trying to tell his team we have a chance to do something very special. No one expected Denver to make it to the NBA Finals this year. Maybe a couple of loyal Nuggets fans. But now they're 2 wins away from their franchise first ever trip to the finals.
You know, and sometimes when you're young, you think you're always going to get another opportunity. Sometimes you get one opportunity and one opportunity only.
Anthony, nice drive. And he got hit just at the end. Looked like Odom got a piece of it. And that's what Billups said to his team, especially a lot of the young guys. Hey, don't take for granted just because we're playing well this year, we're going to be back next year. Take advantage of the opportunity right here and now.
The percentage of players who get to play in the finals is very, very low. 18 years, how many times did you play in the finals?
Once. But I will say this, when you talk about Chauncey Billups, the Denver Nuggets getting Chauncey Billups has had as big an impact as the Lakers getting Pau Gasol. I mean, that's incredible when you think about it. Pau Gasol was a steal. The Nuggets all of a sudden elevate to the second best team in the West, and they have a legitimate shot at winning it all.
You almost make a comparison, Mark. Nice give and go. Ariza draws the foul with Kevin Garnett. He was the perfect fit for the Celtics. Billups seems to be the perfect fit for the Denver Nuggets.
They needed a leader. They needed a guy to be an extension of the coach on the floor. They needed a guy to be a voice and hold others accountable. Chauncey Billups has been that man.
It's fun watching him during stoppages of play, even during play, how often he talks to his teammates after they do something well, after they do something that isn't so good for their team.
And right there, he's talking to Carmelo Anthony about, hey, you've gotten beat twice in a row on post-entry pass and a cut. One for a layup and one for a foul. That's unacceptable.
Let's check in with Doris.
Well, VP of the player personnel for the Denver Nuggets says of Chauncey Billups, listen, we had some volatile, combustible personalities. It is nice to have a voice of reason on the floor, guys.
He has been that. Anderson just in the game. Chris Anderson, the offensive board. Billups back to Smith. J.R. Smith for 3. And Odom the rebound. Phil Jackson told his team, the theme for tonight, go get the ball. As Bryant has it knocked out of his hands. 2-on-1 break. Billups, Fisher in pursuit. And Billups not going to wave it off. They say pushed off or kicked off. And an offensive foul on Billups. Extending that foot forward. That's 2 on Chauncey Billups. That particular play would negate any restricted area if the offensive player pushes off.
Now,
right? That's just...
that's how you elevate. That's no, he did not
really extend.
He did not extend. That's a basket and one, if anything. It's certainly not an offensive foul.
So he goes to the bench. Anthony Carter, who's now guarding Kobe Bryant. Bryant wants the ball working feverishly in the post. Shot clock down to 8. Jordan Farmar in the game for the first time. Bryant double. Shot clock down to 4. Nice pass to Odom. Fumbled it. Gets it back and puts it in.
And that call right there is a huge call because it turns around the whole game. As far as their rotation, it takes Billups off a good start. Very difficult call to take.
Alley-oop. Martin had to come down with it. Ball knocked out of bounds. Laker ball.
Well, it really is a tough call. You see, Billups certainly does lift the knee, but that's elevating to the cup. Give Trevor Reeves a credit, stepping in and being willing to sacrifice the body.
Reeves already banged up as Odom drives down a lane, switches, can't get it to go, tips it, keeps it alive. But Gasol's tip goes over the backboard. You see Lamar Odom very aggressive. Odom has been playing with a bad back ever since Game 4 of the Houston series and has not complained about it at all. He's wearing a pretty hefty back pad. He also still has a bruise on it that's very swollen, but you'll never hear him mention about it. Doesn't want to talk about it. Says, if I'm out there, I'm out there. Smith knocks down the jumper. And he knows he has to pick up his play.
Well, he's an old school guy, basically making the statement, if I'm on the floor, I'm 100%. I like what the Lakers are doing right now. Get the ball on the block to Kobe Bryant and play through him.
Anderson, the block on Odom. Here comes Carter pushing. Lakers get back. Final minute, first quarter. J.R. Smith with a hand in his face. And Gasol the rebound. Rebounding numbers early, 11-8 in favor of Denver. And that was the key stat in Game 4. 18-point rebounding edge for the Nuggets. Ariza hesitated. Farmar, offensive board. Farmar puts it back up and in. Laker point guards off to a good start. First Fisher, now Farmar. They have been outplayed in this series big time. Farmar trying to double Anthony. Good defense from L.A. Martin switches to the left hand, misses it. Anderson right there. Blocked by Gasol. Goes right to Carter. Shot clock at 3. And he rattles it in. Good heads-up play from Anthony Carter.
But all of these second shots are coming off over-helping on Carmelo Anthony's isolations and post-ups.
Nice pass. Odom. Oh, blocked by Anderson. Throws it right back at him. Final seconds of the first. And that will not count. Did not get it off in time. The Birdman with his second rejection. What a spectacular defensive play from Chris Anderson.
Mama, there goes that Birdman. He blocked that at the apex. Oh, my. Chris Anderson.
First quarter complete here at the Staples Center. This Western Conference final tied up at 2 games apiece. The bench huge for Denver in Game 4. And after the first 12 minutes, we're all tied at 25.
Los Angeles with George Karl. Coach, Chauncey Billups generally is opportunistic and selective when he's aggressive offensively to score the basketball. Why do you think he came out the way he did?
Well, you know, he knows how important this game is, and your best players taking responsibility is probably called leadership in basketball. And I thought he was really good. The 2 fouls hurt us, but he'll get back in here pretty soon.
The Lakers were upward of 50% shooting that entire quarter. Where are they hurting your defense?
Well, they're definitely going inside more, and I think we're letting them have easy baskets. The whole thing is, you know, they're a very good offensive team, but keep the layups, make tough twos. I think we'll adjust.
Coach, thank you. Mike.
All right, Doris. Billups had 9 points in 9 minutes, but picked up that second foul. J.R. Smith, Anthony Carter in the backcourt for Denver with Melo Anderson and Kenyon Martin. They've been leaving Martin open to shoot, and he knocks it down, and then a whistle afterwards, and it's going to go, I believe, against Sasha Vujacic. We got tangled up with J.R. Smith. Those two have been going at each other whenever they're guarding each other.
But, Mike, another just solid play by J.R. Smith. He came off, nothing spectacular. Help came, kicked it to Kenyon Martin, wide open shot. And as Mark said, that's a shot L.A. wants Denver to take, but sometimes you have to take the shot that presents itself. Good play, again, by J.R. Smith.
Misses the 1 free throw. The reason he shoots the 1 free throw is because they have the field goal on the play. Smith, though, is really struggling from the line. 4 for 13. Nuggets have already missed 4 free throws. They're just seconds into the second quarter.
J.R. Smith should shoot a jump shot at the free throw line. No, I'm being serious. It's all mental.
Gasol to Farmar. Farmar, high arcing shot. Doesn't hit the rim, and Smith the rebound.
Good job by Anthony Carter contesting the shot, forcing Farmer into a tough one.
Anthony lost it momentarily. Ball poked away. Nice defensive adjustment from Vujacic, but Denver gets it right back. Smith launches it up high to Anthony. Anthony, couple of fakes, blocked from behind. Luke Walton with the defense.
This is the type of energy you need if you're the Lakers. You can't give up uncontested lay-ins. Both guys contesting the layup. Carmelo Anthony, Luke Walton with the block.
Carmelo Anthony just 1 for 6. He has been on a rough stretch shooting the ball. Pulls up there, knocks that one down. The last 6 quarters coming into this game, he was 3 for 20. And exploded out of the gates first 2 games here in L.A. But has struggled since then.
Oh, he's a big-time scorer. If you're George Karl, you're not concerned about Carmelo Anthony struggling from the field.
Odom, pass deflected by Carter. Walton with 3 on the shot clock. We're going to make a play. Back out Odom. Shot clock expires. Odom misses. And Gasol, nice save. Now Gasol wants it and gets it. Here's the double team. Odom was open underneath. Gasol didn't see him. Vujacic does. Banks it in. And a foul. Took him a while to get it to him. But the end result is good for the Lakers.
I like the adjustment by Lamar Odom. Rather than attack and dare Birdman to block another dunk, take it to his body. Make the adjustment No longer is it a pogo stick contest. Now it's take it to the body, get the basket, go to the line, and Vujacic loves it.
Anderson picks up his second. And how about Lamar Odom? He's already taken 7 shots in 5 minutes. Bill Jackson says he wants him to be decisive and aggressive, not necessarily to score, but when he's aggressive. Everybody talks so much about Bynum makes a difference in this team. I think when Odom plays his best, they're almost unbeatable.
Well, absolutely. You know, he's a guy that can make so many things happen on the floor, not only in the half-court set, but you're talking about rebounding and creating opportunities for others.
Nene inside, misses. Ball knocked away by Walton. Nene lost it, picked up by Farmar. Nuggets screaming for a foul. Farmar out to Walton. Vujacic, three-pointer. Anthony comes up with it. Smith backs up for a three-pointer. Vujacic grabs that. Shooting percentage is going down for both teams here early in the second. Farmar left wide open. Ball knocked loose out of bounds. And still Laker ball. As Lennis Glazer will come in for the first time. Our NBA calendar. Thursday on TNT, Game 5 back in Cleveland. Orlando trying to wrap up the series. Cleveland trying to make it 3-2. What a series that has been. And Friday on ESPN, Game 6. We'll be back in Denver with 9 Eastern tip-off. Who will have the lead in the series on Friday night. Then Sunday on ABC could be Game 7 of the Western Conference Finals. Certainly wouldn't be surprised. Gasol takes his time. In and out, rattles around. Odom had it, lost it, and Nene the board.
Mike, you were talking about that Orlando series. I have never seen a guy play a better 4-game stretch than what LeBron James has put up against Orlando.
Some unbelievable numbers as J.R. Smith knocks it down. And as much as Orlando has looked so impressive, don't count out Cleveland yet. Odom inside and draws the foul. You're talking about you've not seen. It's hard for you to watch those games, isn't it?
Painful.
Brother Stan, though, with a 3-1 lead. Right now, Denver with a 3-point lead. Staples Center in Los Angeles. Lakers right now trailing the Nuggets 31-28. Of course, the Stars out in force once again. NBA stars, none brighter than the great Bill Russell in attendance tonight. The Hollywood types also here. Ron Artest probably looks like a Hollywood type in the glasses. Andy Garcia. Alan Pompeo. A whole bunch more. Our cameras searching feverishly. Now he only gets his first name. Is that okay with you?
That's fine.
Jack in his usual perch. And Odom to the free throw line. You know, Jack always likes to talk to the visiting opponents and coaches. You get a feeling those two would get along, don't you?
Absolutely. I can see the Birdman in one flew over the cuckoo's nest.
Yes, he could be admitted.
He could be the star.
The Birdman was just terrific in Game 4. Nuggets lead is 2. Just over 3 minutes gone by here in the second.
And obviously a critical time. Kobe Bryant on J.R. Smith and Billups and Anthony still resting.
Nene, Bynum back in with the 2 fouls. Smith had to put it up, and a 24-second violation. Good defense from the Lakers.
A good job by Andrew Bynum with the initial defense, not allowing Nene to get to the cup.
George Karl said before the series began, the #1 priority for his team was rebounding. The Lakers did a good job first 3 games. Denver dominated Game 4. And so far, Nuggets +6 in that department here in Game 5. Bynum to Walton again. Open player. Took him a while to get to it, but they eventually find him.
When you get ball movement and man movement, good things are going to happen. Patience by the Lakers on the offensive end. Wound up with a wide open layup.
The crowd was saying he's open, he's open. You could hear him anxious. You just didn't see him right away.
Well, the miscommunication on the switch, both guys went to Bryant.
Glazer can't connect, and Odom the rebound. Odom very active to start. That's a great sign for the Lakers. Nice pass to Bynum, but he rushed the shot.
But Denver's doing a very poor job in transition of getting matched up. There's mismatches all over the floor.
Reaching foul. Smith looked like he got past the play. Instead, a call on Derek Fisher.
You like the way that Andrew Bynum is playing right now. Aggressive, patient. Gasol, Luke Walton wide open by himself. Does a good job of delivering the basketball after the late recognition.
It was close to a 3-second violation. Good thing they got it to him. Nice pass from Smith. Anderson hits it, and there, as you talked about, Jeff, J.R. Smith showing a complete game in this series.
Just right, Smith. J.R. Smith. When he plays right, they're a dangerous team, and he makes their bench very, very good.
And as you said in Game 4, his new nickname, Smitty.
Well, again, this is just good basketball. Driving the ball, drawing defenders, and then the vision to see Chris Anderson, and good job by Anderson using the rim for protection to get the ball up and in.
Kobe Bryant trying to post up Carter. Phillips is back in with 2 fouls. As we mentioned, Bynum in there with 2 fouls. Pass to Fisher. Fisher on the drive. Luke Walton puts it back up. Short. Walton gets it back again. This time it goes in. Walton has played very well off the bench. 4 points, 3 rebounds, and a block.
That's the energy Denver played with in Game 4 on the boards. Denver better amp up their energy on the defensive board.
Carter misses. Nene got whacked in the head. Walton with the personal foul. 3rd team foul.
That's Luke Walton making the extra effort. Misses the first one. Active body. Tries the same shot. Knocks it down. That's what the Lakers need all night long.
Nene, wraparound pass, and Carter able to flip it up and in.
Nene is not a good passer. He's a great passing big man, particularly off the dribble. The ability to contort his body without charging.
Bynum gets it inside, blocked from behind, but a foul on Carter. You mentioned Nene. We said twice in this series he's had 6 assists. And 3 times in the playoffs, he's led the team in assists.
No, these are special plays he's making. And he made the last one to Anthony Carter. And Anthony Carter has had a big impact in his minutes on the floor.
But Carter picks up his 2nd foul and Bynum to the line.
There's not many bigs who can make this play. Drive it, up, go up in the air, and wrap it around to a man along the baseline.
Well, you got 2 bigs in this game. Gasol, a very good passing big man. Ball knocked out of bounds. Good hustle from Lamar Odom. And the Lakers will get a new 24, which is now at 23. Bynum against Anderson. Gets the nice soft touch. He's got 7 points.
And he's being a force in the paint. Time and time again, flashing to the basketball, aggressive on the post. This is the Andrew Bynum that they need.
Phillips. And a hit off the foot of Walton, who's arguing, I didn't kick it, my foot was stationary. Lakers will get it back. Phil Jackson wanting an explanation that he's not going to get across the court. Anderson looking for Nene. Bad pass, but Bynum trying to be physical on his post defense, helped force that turnover. That's 7 turnovers for Denver. They had 6 the entire Game 4.
How about the Lakers? They needed their bigs to show up and have an impact on this ball game. And the young fella, Andrew Bynum, the captain, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, would be satisfied with that little jump hook. Outstanding start for Bynum.
Denver had all the balance scoring in Game 4. A lot of people doing the scoring for the Lakers. They lead by 1. Lakers lead by 1 here in the second. Lamar Odom off the bench, very active with 6 points and 4 rebounds. He has really struggled in this series. Part of the reason he's been bothered by a bruised back, but he doesn't like to talk about it. We asked him about his struggles in this series.
I don't want to make any excuses. They need good games for us to be successful, and I know that.
You don't want to talk about it. But
not at all. See, I'm sweating. Like I'm ready right now. My body's running and working right now.
Hot under the TV lights, he was sweating, but he does not want to talk about the back. In fact, he said, if I'm out on the floor, it doesn't matter.
I like the idea that he came ready to play. You talk about his impact on this ball game, struggling all series long, the accountability factor, and he certainly came out 2 big block shots and rebounding the basketball.
Just past the midway point here in the second. Lakers by one. Bynum flips it up well short. Anderson altering that shot. Bynum gets it back. Ball knocked away by Nene. Denver contesting down low. Klaiser on the drive. Klaiser inside. Nice sidestep move.
You see, that's the beauty of the three-point shot. They had to close so hard to Klaiser that he just drove it right past the closeout and got himself a good layup.
Bryant pass deflected by Nene, and then Nene, a loose ball foul called on Fisher, and it quickly tripped him up. No, excuse me, on Nene. Nene picks up his second.
Well, again, good job by Klaiser as both Bryant with 2 fouls and Ariza close out, and then he sidesteps Bynum's help. Very good read by Klaiser.
Klaiser had the big game 2, also played well in game 4. Nuggets in the penalty, so it's Fisher who goes to the line. And Nene still arguing the call. He felt it should have been no call. Both guys going for the ball. Fisher off to his best start of the series.
One thing to realize, you look at Fisher starting off solid, Lamar Odom having an impact, certainly Andrew Bynum. It takes the pressure off of Kobe Bryant to be spectacular for 48 minutes. So he can wait and allow guys to be involved and then take over when it matters most.
As Hillary Clinton said, it takes a village. It does. It takes more than one. He's only shot the ball, 2 times tonight, conserving his energy, everybody getting a rhythm and a feel.
And his team has the lead. Nene drives. Klaiser fires away, blocked by Bryant, but a foul. That's going to be his second foul, and I think it's on a 3-point attempt. Yep, 3 free throws for Linus Klaiser.
But again, Nene across the middle, up in the air, on target jump bounce pass to the spot up shooter.
Another missed free throw. That's 5 already for Denver.
Good attacking move. And this guy has good vision. You know, you can have vision without the skill of putting it on target, or vice versa. Nene has both the ability to see and make on-target passes.
He's putting a little style into it with a little hop and the bounce pass.
And one thing it does, it allows you as a perimeter player, you want to get the ball in his hands on the block because you know he's going to make the right decision.
Denver now 6 of 12 from the free throw line, just 50%. Anthony got hurt trying to fight through a screen there. As Gasol gets it, flips it up, shot won't go. Gasol trying to keep it alive. Klaiser comes out of the pack. Phillips on the drive. Nice feed to Anderson. Too strong off the glass. Gasol, nice pass. Bynum finish. Another big man with a pretty assist. And it's a chance for a 3-point play. Bynum 9 points in 14 minutes.
But again, a total mismatch in transition. Carmelo Anthony had to pick up Gasol. They double teamed, so Bynum presented himself at the rim, wide open 3-point play opportunity.
And the reason why, you have big guys running the floor, it puts so much pressure on the defense. That time Gasol runs the floor, gets the post up, Bynum runs the floor, gets rewarded.
Again, Gasol with the pass. Nene, Lamar Odom, another big man who has great passing ability. Game 5 here of this Western Conference Finals, all tied at 2 games apiece. The Lakers leading the Nuggets by 2. They've alternated wins. Lakers game 1, Nuggets game 2. Lakers game 3, Nuggets game 4 as Anthony banks it in. And they're all tied up. With just over 4 minutes remaining in the first half.
If you're Trevor Ariza, you're going to sit on the right hand of Carmelo Anthony and force a baseline. The help has to understand it and be there.
Kobe Bryant calls for travel. That's the 4th Laker turnover.
No, you got to talk about this beforehand. Okay, I'm going to send him baseline. The help has to be there. He does his job or somebody miscommunicates. Carmelo Anthony able to blow by and get to the cup. You got to talk about that as a defense.
Anthony has 8 points. And it's Trevor Ariza back in. Bryant, again, only 4 points, as Jeff mentioned, just 1 of 2 from the field, yet Lakers even right. Ariza up on Carmelo Anthony. Phillips, good look, open 3, won't go. They hit their first 2 from downtown. They've missed 5 in a row.
That was a great screen by Kenyon Martin against the overhelp of the Lakers.
Gasol, Ariza, good ball movement. Fisher for 3. Quick outlet. And a blocking foul on Trevor Ariza. Lakers in the penalty, so Carmelo Anthony will go to the line. Ariza's second. Boy, both teams struggling from downtown. And that last shot from Fisher has the Lakers 0 for 7 from three-point range.
And that was a great look. Great ball movement by Pau Gasol and Trevor Ariza.
So was Billups down the other end. They've had good looks, just not falling right now. As Anthony hits that. Game 6 of this series will be back in Denver. Coverage against at 8 Eastern with Kia NBA shoot-around. Tip-off shortly after 9 at the Pepsi Center. Boy, what a great atmosphere it was for games 3 and 4. They were heartbroken after the Game 3 loss, but they came back with a vengeance, as did their team. And they'll get to see them at least one more time this season. And perhaps more, as Denver trying to make their first ever NBA Finals appearance. Right now they lead Game 5 by 2. Fisher on the drive, banks it in. An aggressive Derek Fisher. The first player in double figures for the Lakers.
That's the play you have to make. Don't just fall in love with being a jump shooter. Put pressure on this Nuggets defense. Turn the corner. Got the easy one.
Ball deflected by Ariza. Fisher throws it ahead. Dangerous pass stolen by Anthony. J.R. Smith, Anthony, another nice pass. And Kenyon Martin, the beneficiary.
When you turn it over in transition, inevitably you give up a dunk in transition.
Fisher tried to force it in there. Anthony's been one of the top steals guys in the playoffs as Kobe Bryant draws the foul. And I think it's going to be on Billups. That will be his 3rd. So some real foul problems now for the Denver Nuggets. Their floor leader, Chauncey Billups, has 3 personals. 2.5 remaining, second quarter of Game 5. Denver leading by 2. Kobe Bryant only has 4 points, but it's those other Lakers, and this is the subject of our Gatorade Cooler Talk. The other Lakers, Jeff, who have done a good job.
Right, Pau Gasol, Kobe Bryant combined 2 field goals. Derek Fisher, 10 points tonight, 12 in the last 3 games. Lamar Odom, their leading rebounder. Luke Walton, short minutes, but good minutes. And Andrew Bynum has been more active and forceful than at any other time in this series. A good start for the other guys.
And Derek Fisher certainly has struggled. But I will tell you this, it's awfully tough to play in a 3-point guard rotation and find your rhythm. It's tough to find a rhythm as a player when you're sitting and waiting for 2 other point guards to play.
And that's I like what Phil Jackson's done tonight. Hey, sometimes you just have to pick who you want to play. Tonight it was Jordan Farmar, Shannon Brown, not getting an opportunity tonight, but I think you're right. It helps everyone play a little bit better the tighter the rotation. And tonight was a very tight rotation for the Lakers.
Since they acquired Brown, who's sitting on the bench right now, from Charlotte, he's used all 3 and said they've all done a good job. They've been productive until this series. And he was hoping that it continued to work. He likes Brown's matchup on Billups, but as you said, deciding at least right now to just go with 2. Billups stays in the game with 3 fouls as we have a foul away from the ball. It's against Trevor Ariza. That's 3 on Ariza.
So I like the move by George Karl. I do. I think sometimes we all as coaches overreact to 2 fouls and 3 fouls.
Well, you used to always, when Yao Ming would pick up 2 quick fouls in the first quarter, you like to keep him in.
Well, a lot of it to me was confidence and rhythm. I didn't feel he played well coming out early and then going back in. So, to me, what I tried to read with him was fatigue. Chauncey Billups is not going to make a fatigue foul.
And I like the difference, too, who you're defending. Chauncey Billups is not scoring a guy that's going to put pressure on him to commit a 4th foul in Derek Fisher. He just have to trust his smarts right now to not get a careless foul.
And how many times does a guy have 3 fouls early, and then by the end of the game, he has 3 or maybe 4?
Yeah, and I think sometimes we as coaches foul our own guys out by sitting them because of perceived foul trouble.
Coming up on 2 minutes remaining, Walton can't get it to go. Gasol tips it, but right to Billups. J.R. Smith, a long three. That's good. Rattles in. And J.R. Smith off the bench with 7 points.
That transition three is so hard to cover, and I think Anthony Carter's coming in now for Chauncey Billups.
Bryant lost it, still got it off, put it in, and a foul. Never had control. And able to get a solid shot attempt.
And I'm not sure that should count, because the ball was loose as the foul took place, and then he gathered again.
After seeing it, what do you think?
I think technically the foul occurred there. You can't then go get a loose ball and put it back in.
You don't think he was in the act of shooting?
No, he was in the act of shooting, but the foul occurred, knocked the ball loose, then he went and got it again and put it in. To me, that's no basket.
It'll be interesting to see if they do that as a continuation.
No, but technically you're 100% right. That should be Kobe Bryant shooting 2 foul shots.
We'll have to see, ask the officials to get a chance if that's the way they looked at it. Anthony jump shot, knocks it down. Anthony 4 for 9 from the field. Odom lobs it in. Bryant still gets it in. It wasn't a perfect pass, but he found just enough room.
Doesn't have to be a perfect pass when you have a great receiver. Talk about the hands and the ability to finish.
Anthony has Gasol on him on the switch. Now they go back to Walt. Carter left open. Knocks down a 3. Well, they've missed 5 in a row. But it's back-to-back threes, and they're back up by 5.
He has played great tonight. Not good. Anthony Carter has played great.
7 points, Carter. Gasol got hit, and a foul. Lakers trying to pound it inside. There's Gasol with a chance for a 3-point play.
I like what Lamar Odom did. Put the ball on the floor and make a play. Anthony Carter not in position to defend him. Nene forced the help, delivers the pass. Gasol keeps it high, finishes with the contact. Outstanding job of reading, being in position, and finishing.
Carter, by the way, has 2 points in the first 4 games of the series. 7 here in the first half. Anderson is third block, but Odom right back at him. Boy, Lamar Odom so aggressive tonight.
And those are killers. That turned into a 4-point play, a missed free throw, rebound. Chris Anderson's got to do a better job blocking out.
And Luke Walton, Carmelo Anthony is so good at drawing fouls. As Walton picks up his second, and he'll go back to the line. Coming up, the Toyota halftime show. Mark Jones, along with John Barry, Michael Wilbon, and Magic Johnson. We'll interview Rashard Lewis. Lewis hitting some big shots for the Magic last night in Orlando. And they'll analyze the first half. Well, that series has been so thrilling. Magic surviving in overtime to lead 3-1 as they go back to Cleveland.
And one thing to look for right now, if you're the Nuggets, you have to understand, don't allow Kobe Bryant to step in rhythm for a quick 2-for-1. Here's where he brings the ball at the floor and tries to make you pay the price.
Well, we had 84 free throw attempts in Game 5. We've had quite a bit here in Game 4. That is quite a bit here tonight. Fisher in and out. Martin lost the rebound, grabs it back, and he calls timeout. So they'll use their 22nd timeout. We'll take a quick break. Denver, 56 points here in the first half. Their lead is 3. 26 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Kobe Bryant, 11 points, coming alive here in the second. And Chauncey Billups comes back in with the 3 fouls. There's 22 on the shot clock.
And also Clay's in, so they're going to play small because they're going last shot.
And it forces the Lakers because you got shooters all around the floor.
And Clay's couldn't hold on. Lamar Odom, excellent ball denial and defense to force that turnover. Clap for one of the courtside fans.
You have to be able to get the ball in. Now, this is the 3rd time that it's happened in critical situations. To me, right there, a poor pass, but you have to catch the ball first versus knock it down.
Of course, the other ones came in the final minute of games 1 and 3. Steals by Ariza. Really game-turning plays. And now the Lakers can hold it for the final shot. They've trailed by as many as 6. Right now down by 3.
I'm going to help off Vujacic if he drives it at him. make Vujacic make a shot.
Gets it out. Vujacic for three. Bang! Final seconds. Anthony from half court. That three-pointer, the first of the game for the Lakers. They were 0 for 7 before Vujacic knocked it down.
I like the fact that Kobe Bryant understood what was going to happen. So he drives to the body of J.R. Smith, forces the help. Vujacic knows all along, all I have to do is lock and load and be ready. Gotcha. Knocks down the long ball. Outstanding execution and read by Bryant.
Sasha Vujacic shooting 23% from the field in this series. Hits a big shot to tie it up. Meanwhile, Derek Fisher, who had been struggling, 10 good points in the first half. He's with Doris.
Mikey also got a solid performance from your big guys inside. When your post game is active and productive, what changes for this team?
Everything. That's where we win. You know, when think about the great Laker teams of the past, it starts in the middle, and obviously Kobe's our best player, but we got to have inside presence, and Andrew and Power providing that for us tonight.
It's been a struggle for you offensively, Derek. You had a good, solid first half. What changed?
Just continuing to be aggressive. You know, they'll go in as long as I'm taking good shots I know I can make. My coaches are confident. My teammates are confident. It's all on me. Just got to put the ball in the hole.
All right, thank you very much, Mike.
All right, Doris. Fisher's had a lot of big playoff moments. Has tried not to let the struggles bother him, and he's